Hi, good morning, everyone. Happy crafting. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you had a safe weekend, a warm weekend, a dry weekend, all the good things that happen on weekends. I hope that happen to you today. We are going to be trying to avoid getting cut while cutting some paper. So I have a few things out already. I just want to go ahead and attempt to get started. But before we go any further, good morning. How you doing? Hopefully your day is going well. Now this mat that we have right here, it is a I can beat it up kind of mat, but I don't really want to damage the mat too much. I know, sounds crazy. So what I normally do is I will take my cardboard box. Good morning, Heather. How you doing? I'll take my cardboard box and cut it up in the kitchen or outside. But today we're gonna do it the crazy, why you doing it that kind of way real quick. So I got this other cardboard box, and then I have this. This is a bootleg X-Acto knife. I got it from the Dollar Tree. I hope it works out for us. And we're gonna take our ruler, the back side of the ruler, and we're gonna cut it down. Now, once I get it cut to a decent size, I can use my self-sharpening paper trimmer, hopefully. And if this little box cutter don't work, I have a for real box cutter. Let's see, can I make it tighter? How's it going, Heather? How was your weekend? I want to get this part done first, and then we can do the fun stuff. Well, I think it's fun. We're gonna be cutting paper, decorating it. Always good times. Yeah, I don't know what I did with my X-Acto knife. I should have just got an X-Acto knife, but no. It's like, let's give Dollar Tree a chance. Hey, Chris, you tell me, Chris. It was good. Spit it crafted. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if I watched a video of yours from this weekend, but I saw something. I was like, I love it. I love it. You know what? Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. To get up, knock all the stuff that I have sitting here over, and just get the box cutter. We should have done that in first place. All right, I'm back. Now the big roommate gave me this box cutter, and he said I got some new blades. He gave me this rusty, dusty thing. It's gonna still do the job. Hopefully, it doesn't make it too jagged. Um, and if it does, I'll be okay. I think. I'm just gonna complain a lot to him when he gets home today. And you all know that I'm left-handed, right? Left-handed crafter. I don't know what gave it away, but I. Oh, you don't see my whole. No, no, no. I am. I'm zoomed in slightly so that people want to. If you want to copy, emulate, try, attempt, you can see what the heck I'm doing. Aside from making a mess. Okay. I know. I before we go any further, I know that they sell cardboard. I am left-handed. You know. I just want to put that out there. It's a lot of things you guys may not know about me, and left-handed might be one of them, Heather. Being left-handed, I what are words? I forgot what I was gonna say. No, you know what? Someone did say, "Oh, that's why your channel is called Left-Handed Crafter." Before, I've had that before. I was like, "Yeah, the whole left-handed crafter didn't give it away, huh?" Yep, yep, yep. And they were not joking. All right, let's see. There we go. Let's move this out the way. Seriously. Seriously. I was like, "What are you saying right now?" So this is not going to do what we needed to do. We're gonna put this to the side just in case. Let's get this paper trimmer out. Now this is supposed to be quote unquote self sharpening, all that industrial, blah blah blah. So yeah, let's do that. We're gonna cut this down. No, we're not, because I didn't cut it short enough. Got to be more careful. Now I do have some scissors, but I don't recommend using scissors on this. I mean, you can if you want to, but I just feel like that would be a waste of a good pair of scissors if you have good scissors. So we should be talking about something very funny and cool. Uh, Yet I don't have anything to tell you. I have nothing funny to tell you. Good morning, Samara. How you doing? Um, Hopefully well. Well, I can tell y'all. I have a Halloween in my head, a Valentine's Day, not Halloween, a Valentine's Day project I'm going to be doing in my head. I want to actually make it come to fruition, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't want to be unappreciative, ungrateful, but I don't know if YouTube is for me anymore. Uh, I've been contemplating not, just so we're all on the same page, not creating any content on anything that I do, and just kind of getting rid of all the crap and just being a regular person again. Uh, I know, Samara, we've discussed this before, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling very creative. So I'm trying. I'm very, very still trying to just be, that person, a decent creative person. I do hope that you all are doing well today. I know I have a video that's being released today, but I just wanted to create and craft a little bit and chit chat, I guess. I'm not feeling my 100%. Hey, Chocolate City Sim, how you doing? Watching you cut this is giving me anxiety. I swear I feel like you're gonna to pull a Kristen and slice open your finger. Well, I'm left-handed, so I look really bad doing it because, I'm left-handed. Right now, this thing is measuring 9 by 7, and I want to cut it down a little bit because what I want to do is put this book in the inside of here. So we got some books we're going to be redecorating, covering up or whatever. But this book, one of these books, I want to put in here like that. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, so we may not be able to use that. And then we're going to redecorate one of these books. And so what we're going to be doing is making a box to go on this side. So it's going to be a book like this, right? You can't see. Hold on. A book like this. So, and this will be here, and the other side will be here, like that. So this will be a book, and you open it up, and you'll be able to write notes or whatever, whatever, what, etc., etc., etc. Now, this is probably what we'll get done today, but I just want you to see where we get our cardboard from, right? So let's go here. And what I thought we would do with this one is use a few of the Dollar Tree stamps that I purchased last year, I believe. Could have been year before last. The way my mind is working, I think it was last year. So we're going to use this, and these come from a dollar store, and this is a dollar store item as well. I can't say this is one individual person's creation. It's a lot of lovely creators on here that have created these things. I have a alter composition notebook from when one of the ladies was doing a, I don't know what she did. Send me a alter notebook challenge, I suppose. Excuse me, my nose is going crazy. Now we have these right here, and I want to use this because I want this to be semi floral, semi dainty. You know, I go gaga over stamps, yeah. And then this rub on. Now, the rub on is interesting. It says use your hand and just rub it down. Normally, you get a popsicle stick. I guess the person had not got a chance to finish eating a popsicle before they need to put this to production. I don't know what happened with that. And then over here, we're going to be using, I want to use this really, I think all this paper is pretty, but I want to use this paper right here. Is this one? No, it's this one. I think that's some gorgeous paper, some gorgeous paper, as they say. I don't know who they is, but that's what we're going with. All right, so what I think we'll do is do this one first. Yeah. And this came from the Hobby Lobby, right? Whenever I stream on Twitch, I always say I play a video game called The Elder Scrolls Online. It's actually called The Elder Scrolls Online, but we call it ESO for short. And so whenever I talk about it, I would say The Elder Scrolls, and Chocolate City is always like The Elder Scrolls. I'm like, yes. I think I just cut myself. That's okay. So what I'm gonna do, let's do this the proper way. Let's measure this out. It's 4.5. That's really good. So we're gonna cut this down at 4 and it's 3 1/4, Rana. Hmm. We're gonna do it at 3. Okay, 3 inches. But first I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down just a scotch. A scritch. I don't have my large paper trimmer handy, or I would just use that. It's so funny, like when you're crafting, do you bury your craft supplies on top of nonsense? That's what we've been doing lately. 3. So I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to eyeball it. So we're going to cut it a little bit bigger. Yeah. And remember, do not call me if we need to rescue somebody and they say you need to cut a straight line. I am not the person. Don't call me. We not gonna make it. Call someone else. Better call Saul. Yeah, I don't know why I choose to do that so much. All right, there we go. So this is 4 1/4. Excuse me, 4.5. So we're gonna cut this down to the exact 4.5. We're gonna do 2 of them. Yeah. One, because we're doing front and back. When I used to teach EMT, emergency medicine technician training, I used to always tell them, because you lose points if you don't check the back. I was like, if you got a front, you got a back. So this is 3. And we're going to cut it right at 3. That's not too bad of a straight line. It's just crooked. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now we're going to add a little bit of a vintage flair to this. So get ready for me to complain about my stuff being dried out, because that's what I tend to do. But this one, let's see how this gonna look. This might work. This is butter bar from Hero Arts. Oh yeah, that's cute. Real cute. It goes on smooth, no issues, no nothing. Now back in the day I used to be big into inking stuff up, more so than I am now. And then I kind of got out of it because these ink pads was tearing up, but this is a different one than the one I used to use. And I don't know how you all feel about this, but I try not to bash companies, um, but I also try not to get them my money after I feel like I've been quote unquote bashed, like not treated properly as a customer. And it has happened in the last, I stopped purchasing from a particular craft company. Although I'm going to have to repurchase a few things, I stopped because I felt like the customer service waned. Like at the height of the pandemic, it was amazing customer service. And now that everything's quote unquote back to normal, things just don't seem so great. I guess people, back to work, they're not going into their life savings to buy a stamp or some ink. So they don't have to worry about, keeping quote unquote their customers. So let's see. All right. What we're going to do is cover it up. We're going to put this piece to the edge of this. Okay. And I cut this. Did I cut it too short? Almost too short. I did. A scotch too short. Let's see what this say. Okay, there we go. This will be the front and the back will be the back. Oh, is this too? The back is longer. You see that? Look, look, look. So let's see. Oh, that works. All right. I'll take some glue. Now this is glossy, so you may have to be concerned that the paper may not stick all the way right away. So just have a little bit of what I don't have sometimes, which is patience, and it should be okay. So what are y'all up to this week? What's for dinner? I have an idea of what I want to cook, but I'm not sure. So what are y'all having for dinner? That way I can copy what you're having. I know some of you probably don't know yet. You're like, I just woke up. Dinner. It's time to think about dinner. I still need lunch and our breakfast. I just want to say this. Can you believe February is in 2 days? Chicken salad. Oh, that sounds so good. Is it going to be homemade chicken salad or? So you see right here, it's hanging off a little bit. So try to slide that over some. There we go. Then we're going to put this on the back. Now, I don't have a corner rounder at my desk at all. And that's okay. We're going to just cut it. We're going to cut it. No one's going to be upset. All right, Heather. We'll make sure we get our edges glued down. And I'm not too worried about this hanging over glue seeping out because we can wipe it. Okay. All righty. All righty. I'm going to try to slide this up so it's evenly off, not just off on one end. And maybe I'll come back and put some trim on it. And then we'll never really know for sure what boo-boo I made, right? Yeah, I might do some trim. I don't have any trim right now, but we'll see. All right, so we got this going on right now. This will probably be a continuation next week, just so y'all know. Probably. Because we definitely got to make the box, yeah? This is an easy project for you to make, in my opinion. If you have a few friends, like say, I don't do this. because there's nobody crafty here that I hang out with anymore. I am in that card making group, but I haven't participated in a while. I still get messages from them and all that, but I'm not actively participating. But if you want to give like little gifts, this would be something good. This 3 pack was very inexpensive, and if you do like Chris and I had talked about on the weekend, they have a $5 coupon, so you can grab a bunch, especially if you are into giving gift bags to the students in your kids' classes. Even a big kid could use this. I mean, who doesn't like to take notes, right? You ain't got to decorate or nothing. Just give it to them like that and go on about your business, and they'll go on about theirs. All right. We may be able to fix that. We may be able to fix that. So right here, I'm going to put a Project Life card, most likely. And so let's go ahead and pull out our stamp real quick. And I think we're only going to go with the shoe, the dress, and this one that says beauty, and maybe this hat. And well, I just don't want to put the Eiffel Tower on here. It's not a Parisian themed project, so I don't want to use that. I know some of y'all don't go to the Dollar Tree. I get it. But for those of you that do you ever look for craft supplies, or do you just go and grab what you need and keep it moving? I'm a walk up and down every aisle kind of person sometimes. And then sometimes like I got to get in and get out. Like yesterday I had to get my son after I went to get my car. And so I did not get a chance to peruse like I normally do at the store I normally go to. So you know what? This one's not gonna be. It's not gonna give me trouble. We're gonna use beauty first. See how many pages this has. It has 60 pages. And we need a scratch paper. And we need some ink, ma'am. I think we're gonna go with gray. What's for dinner? I asked you, haven't been looking for craft supplies lately. Hey Mads, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't been looking, but then I lie. I've been looking for some stuff for my son. Like, what just happened? Hold on. Not my beauty being ate off. Some of my stamp is missing, y'all. Look, you ready? This part right here is missing. So I checked to make sure I didn't snatch it off being all rough-handed. I can't use that. Shh, don't tell nobody. I'm good. Didn't remember what account I used. Oh, Lord. Not you having 20 accounts, ma'am. Okay. Who is in quality control? I need to speak to them because this is not going to fly. So we can't use beauty on this project. Maybe use this dress, this scarlet dress. Look, look. Now I was perusing the international discount of craft supplies, right? The web. And I saw some Dollar Tree stamp sets at another place online. I think I saw some of these Dollar Tree project products at Joanne Fabric with a different name on it. So I don't know. Is it me? It gotta be me. It's gotta be me. Because it's not working, y'all. Now you know Dollar Tree was going to. Don't do that to me, girl. I know. I just didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Oh my god. Maybe it's operator error. Is it operator error? I'll be danged. I'ma still try and get the project done, But it's just gonna make it harder because I didn't want this book to be heavy. Um, let's try this one. Wait, let me just check and see if they all intact. Mm-mm, mm-mm. They ate up. That's what they are. All right, let's put this to the side. It's okay. We're not gonna cry, y'all. I mean, what did you expect for $1.25? I expected $1.25 worth of stuff to work. That's what I expected since we're asking questions like that, right? All right, so we're gonna use this instead. I mean, it's okay. It's gonna go well with this color. Now, I do want to say, I haven't purchased anything from Peachy Cheap, but if you are into Maggie Holmes, I think they have a Maggie Holmes thing today. And also, look, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. So I was up at the store today, right? Minding my own business, looking for some cleaning supplies. And I was at Family Dollar because I was also looking for something else. Some listen, some dang popsicle sticks. Popsicle sticks. I was looking for some popsicle sticks. They had zero. But because I like to walk the aisles and get other ideas, they had this right here. Hold on. I'm not a good phone sharer person, I see. Let's see. Ah. Anyway, it says Happy Easter and it's like a little bucket and the bunny feet and butt. We're gonna try that. You unsubscribe from Peachy Cheap? Yeah. I feel like you have said I am only gonna use what I have and be done with it. I haven't purchased anything from them in a while. Like I had said, we can use Hello Lovely. We can use these little stamps right here. Let's go ahead and pull this out. The thing about these stamps not being properly done, they will still work on a more vintage project. This is not super vintage, you know, so I don't want to stress myself out messing with that. Mm-mm. I'll just stress myself out messing with this, you know? All right, so let's move this out the way. Yeah, I haven't purchased anything from them. I used to get the kit, the dies, and then I was just like, I don't really feel like I'm getting. I didn't. I just unsubscribed. Take note. Create. Inspire. Now we don't want to do too much cutesy cutesy, too much flowers, and too much words. What are they? Colors that don't really match. So even though this doesn't have gold tones in the paper, this would look pretty decent if we put like a white background behind here and did something. And then, like, if I took some flowers, I have some small flowers. I don't have them at my desk because I did not intend on having to do. I didn't intend on doing all of this stuff. So even this little bird would be cute. Hello, lovely. So we may use this bird, and this gold is okay as long as we don't do too much gold. Can y'all see? Then we got these flowers right here. My heart is so full. Now I don't want to come in here and recreate this paper pattern either. Because we could fussy cut it out if we had to, which we're not gonna do, but yeah, we could. All right, so y'all remember when stamps used to be 25 cents and 15 cents? Nope, you don't, because it's like almost a dollar for one stamp. What is going on? Like seriously, what in the world? I was at the post office and they said, and I quote, yeah, the prices just went up this weekend. Dinner they're going to have leftovers today. I didn't eat dinner last night. So I have to cook something. What? I don't know yet. I'm gonna send my son over to you and you can feed him. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna cook my baby something to eat. What? I just don't know. It's gonna be some rice. I do know rice. and something else. What else? I don't know. Maybe some potatoes. We're gonna do notes, and we're not gonna get that Project Life card. I do like this a lot. So what we're gonna do is emulate this right here, this tag. I'll show you what we're gonna do. Sometimes you got to get pushed out your corner of comfort to create better. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and put this little guy down real quick. Move this over to the side. I craft with I can't. The post office is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I was trying to see if I want to use tape or glue because I'm not really an adhesive person, but also I don't want this cover to coil up too much. All right, crooked as all get out. Hello, Lovely is crooked. That's the real problem. Y'all see that? So they're gonna come here. So what I like to do, I know some of y'all probably never seen me do this before. What I like to do right here is when I put this in, this is for the person to write what's going on in this book, right? Could just be, my name is Becky and I'm here to rock. I don't know. Anything. This is my thoughts, dear floral book. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. And then they go on and tell the floral book what they love about them, what they don't love about them, all that good stuff. Uh-oh, Heather coming in. She's like, let me put on my investigation hat. So we're gonna leave this to the side with that. And then I do like this, but all right. Put this right here. Smooth this down. Let me know what's going on. On. Okay. Now we're gonna come a few more pages, maybe like right here, and we'll use our stamp. But first, let's go ahead and do this real quick. I've learned this. I guess it's a trick. Is it a trick? Yeah, I learned this trick from somebody on YouTube. I made those potatoes the other day. Girl, they were amazing. I don't know what potatoes you're talking about. My food's been a little bit salty lately, so I have to be mindful of that. I don't know if it's my pressure. I don't even have pressure, y'all. I mean, I get upset, of course. I shouldn't say of course, but I do get upset from time to time. But I don't know if I have pressure like that. My blood pressure is normally pretty decent. But as I've gotten older, my patience has gotten thinner and thinner and thinner, which is sad. Okay, so we got two little tags. Yep, two little tags. And I retract my former statement about vintage, okay? Whew. Let's see. I diced potatoes, added cream of chicken, shredded cheese, and random seasonings and bake. Oh, okay. I keep teetering on taking a break. Listen, I'm telling y'all, for me, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I won't discuss that. So I'm gonna cut this in half real quick. I'll just say this: if I ever take a break, I probably will not come back. I may craft, but I won't come back to streaming or YouTube or anything. I'll just, fade off into the darkness. So this thing was how wide? This was what? I forgot. I I don't want can of worms, ma'am. Can of worms. 3 inches. So we're gonna do 3 inches. Let's do 3 inches. I think content creation is harder than what people think it is. Is this 3 inches? Yes. Why are you tripping? I don't know. And I think that people don't, not everyone, but some people, never mind, never mind. We're gonna make this 2 inches. Yeah. All right. And where's our little foam brush? Here we go. And then I'll tell you, like one of my staff told me before, I had wanted him to do something, and he told me pressure burst pipes. He was a wise young man. All right, so let's attempt and find. Let's try this daggone rose, y'all. Let's try the rose. I think that. Ooh, hold on. Nope, that's Christmas. I think that in general, if you do decide to take a break, you have to give yourself a time frame. If you do decide to take a break, I know for me, if I, like I said, if I take a break, it's no coming back. I'm not coming back. Um, because I have issues with the community per se. Let's just try this thing right here, y'all. But I also think that we as a people in general, we have to remember life happens. Like I'll give you an example, and hope that she doesn't mind this. Samara, right? Even though she's taking a crafting break, she has been there for me for a long, long, long time. And I owe her so much stuff, not like money, crafts supplies. And she's not once wrote me like a bitter message and said anything. I think that she just understands that I have crazy issues or whatever. And she's never once been like, you said you were gonna do this. And that means a lot because I hold her friendship very, very dear. And it bothers me that I haven't sent her stuff to her so much. So I have been telling myself every day, get your stuff together. I haven't been saying stuff though. I've been, because I'm sure y'all probably, well, some of y'all might not, but uh, I curse myself sometimes. I'm like, girl, why the heck are you doing it like this? Or why'd you buy that extra sandwich that you didn't eat? Stuff like that. So we're gonna use this. No, this don't match. That don't match. We can't use this. This don't match. But nonetheless, yeah, I think the community is semi flaky when it comes to creators and content creation. Like, I'm not talking about the big streamers, the big craft influencers. I'm talking about smaller channels. And then I think the community, I, I often wonder, like, have you ever looked at your algorithm, Heather, and thought, okay, I don't read the algorithm at all. I don't look at that because if I did that, I would be very upset with myself in general. So I'm looking at these 5 colors, and I am thinking, let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. Hello. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put that messed up stamp on here, y'all. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna fix it though. So first, we got that. See, it's so pretty. This is a really nice stamp. If you ever get into stamping, red rubber stamps are great. I know a lot of people taught about photopolymer. They're really good too, and you can see through them. But red rubber, you cannot like go wrong with a red rubber stamp at all. Oh, you could drop them though, like I just did. So we're gonna put that there, and then where's this lady at? All right, all right, and we're gonna stamp all over this, okay? All right. Let me see if this yellow hue can do anything. This butter bar. Because I feel like it's like, hey, don't just use me for edging. I'm also good for stamping images. Hello. Why not use me? Well, you just got in the game. And look at that. That looks good. That looks good. You can't tell what it is, which is the goal. Alrighty. Now let's get back to this guy. And so I've been going to the Dollar Tree not frequently, but I've been looking for something for my son, and I'm working on a project, right? I'm making a project. So, um, when I say for my son, like I haven't decided yet if I want to do goodie bags for the class or not because Chris' daughter used to be in our class, in my son's class, and I didn't have to worry about the goodie bags, so she used to send them. But then her daughter's so super smart that they moved her up, and now I'm trying to see if other parents are gonna be that mom that Chris used to be, because I don't wanna be that mom. I used to wanna be, a part of the school and just be really, really proactive, but the school doesn't lend itself to proactive parents. It lends itself to parents that are more like, how could I say this to not sound offensive? Um, it's not very good. I feel like the school is not even, if that makes sense. Like they're very it's very one-sided in one direction, not cohesive, and they're still learning. The school opened a few years back, so they're still learning, but my whole entire city is not diverse. Um, so we'll just leave it at that, right? They're not diverse, and I think the school lacks attention to diversity. Is that the school's fault or the school district or the program's fault? I don't know. I can't really tell you. All right, so we got this done. Done. Let's see. We got all of this done. I like this. This could be our own little craft piece right here. Look at that. Because now you can't tell that this Dollar Tree stamp is jacked up that much, right? We'll put this in the back and we're going to put it right here. I am just going to take off some corners. I have a corner rounder, right? I have a few of them. And then I was gonna buy one the other day because I saw it at the thrift store. And whenever I go to the thrift store, I always do this to my punches, right? Because I have purchased bad punches before. And I was like, I'm gonna just leave this one here is what I told myself. If you catch my drift. It didn't squeeze very well at all. You think she will? That'd be great. I don't know. And plus I think so, we went to that party and one of the kids' moms was there, and I asked her how her year was going so far. She told me, it's going pretty good. She likes the teachers, blah blah blah. I said, yeah, this year just seems less personable than the previous years. It seems very work. It's not like, oh, thank you, blah blah blah. Even though the teachers are very nice and they're very informative and they do all the things that you would expect for teachers to do, they're not very like touchy-feely kind of people. They're more like, "Don't touch me because I will chop you in the throat." Even though they don't never said that, that's just, in my opinion, the impression that they give off. Now I was contemplating doing this. Do I would punch this big hole in here? Hmm. The answer is yes. The amount of candy that was in her goodie bags. Right. Well, maybe she made up because she only put candy in there. I don't know. My husband was like, "You ate all that candy already?" To my son. I said, "Long as he throw it away, I don't care. Eat it up now so I ain't gotta worry about it later." We're gonna use some twine because it's gold. Hello? Yes, twine. We pulling out all the stops, right? Not really. Mm. We have corners that need to be rounded, ma'am. Yeah, I don't feel as welcomed as a parent this year. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I was going more so with. Like yeah. And we're not founding parents, but we're the year after the founding parents, right? And I would say I think the founding parents probably don't feel as welcomed as they probably felt a few years back. So I don't know if that's because the school's tone is changing. All the principles that we associate with are still there, but a few you know people have left. So it's just a very weird vibe that I get from the the teachers. And maybe they're so under stress that they don't understand about being personable. But my son is thriving, and that's really all that matters to me. He does not have to be the smartest kid in the class. I just don't want him to be the kid that can't figure things out. And so far he's been able to figure those out. So we're gonna turn this over and then we're going to do this. We're gonna put one in the corner just like that. And we did put it offside the page, so she dropped by them. She dropped them off the house, the one hatch. Okay. Right. 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 He ate that candy up. That's all I'm saying. I was like, fine. Did he try to give me the Oreo cookies? I was like, I don't want your stuff. Because when I go, like, if I buy ice cream for him, I'll buy ice cream for him and myself. And then he'll gobble all of his up and then he'll tell me I'm not fair because I won't share. Sir, you just ate all of yours. Are you serious? All right, so now we had this little pocket. I should have made a gusset, but I didn't. I wasn't thinking. All right, so now I want to put a few strips of washi tape in. And I feel like this is some cute washi tape, but I don't know, y'all. No, I think we'll put this odd color in, this blue and rose gold. Do these match? No, they don't. So we won't put that in. Let's just do this gold coloring right here. All right, and then so we're gonna move on from here and go to our box. So we gotta, oh great, we gotta make our box, y'all. And I don't know, I don't know if y'all been here for me and box making from scratch. It is a ugly cry process. It's an ugly cry process. Um, but we gonna try it. This is not gonna stress me. I'll come back to it. Again, this project will not be complete today, just so you know. But yeah, hate when I message them telling them she did her homework but forgot to turn it in. Thank you so much, Samara. You're gonna make me cry, ma'am. You're gonna make me cry. I just want to go on the record and say I appreciate you. I mean, you know this. I think you know this, but I want everybody else to know I appreciate you so much, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being my friend. Um, it means a lot to me. They don't hold the smart kids accountable. That's a problem. Cause when I went there for bingo, they just let her walk around the class. One little kid was supposed to be doing it because they won. She ended up walking around doing it. I'm like, is that normal? Is this what we do all day, y'all? Like who is you ever heard that saying who's running the prison? The prisoners or the guards? That's how it was that day. I was like, I am so glad. Because I used to want to be a school teacher so bad, y'all. I was like, my Southern has gotten real Southern since I've moved back to Texas. I'm not sure if y'all realize that or not. But yeah, y'all comes out a lot more. I feel like I'm Canadian with the A, but it's y'all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, uh, I forgot what I was saying. I'm like, y'all, the teachers, I'm thinking they just kind of let the kids do whatever they want. And then they have nerve to mark kids down. I'm like, okay. Are you telling me that or you know that? All right, so first thing we got to do is figure out this measurement right here, everyone. So this measures, we need to be approximate and precise. 3 inches. 3 inches. Okay. So if this is 3 inches, the book will be 3 inches when it opens and closes. Now I need to go back and clean these edges up. I won't do it on camera because it's awkward. But this book measures 3 inches, right? So let's think about that. The book measures 3 inches. Where's our other little book? This little book is maybe a quarter of an inch, if that. And it's going to be right here like that. And our box is going to go here. And we need for that box to be 2.5 inches high, right? Because we're going to put this book here, and then we're going to take our other little book and no, we're going to put this in the box so it won't matter. Or will it matter? Words, do they? Yeah, 2.5 inches is how it needs to be. So, okay. So now what we're gonna do is figure out our measurements for this. So this is roughly 9 inches by what did we say earlier? 6, 7. Yes, 7. So math time is not my strong suit. I do have a Texas education, but I'm not that person. Okay. So we're gonna have our sides be 2.5 inches, right? So 2.5. Whatever we do, we're going to score around at 2.5 inches. Okay. And so this is 9 going up and down. So let's just make this 8.5. No, let's be safe and make it 8. So we need an 8 by, was this 7? So this is 9 inches. The length is 9, right? If this is successful, not if, when it's successful, we'll come back and do a regular video. But it's so many ladies on here that give you all this stuff without me, fumbling through. And look, we got this little chipped up piece. So we're gonna cut this box down probably an inch, make it all nice and neat. So we really need to make this at 8.5. So 8 is good for our box. 8 inches, and then this is roughly 7, and we'll probably cut that down to like 6 3/4. So we need to make our box 8. Let's do an 8x6 box, y'all. 8x6 box. Now, what I haven't figured out, Samara, maybe you can help me. Heather, if you're still here, maybe you can help me. Is the lid, okay? The lid has to be a little bit bigger than this one, right? So let's go ahead and do this. We are going to be using some red paper. I picked this up from Michael's. They had a sale a couple of months back, and it was buy one get something free. So I was like, I'm gonna buy this because Valentine's Day. Hi, Don. How are you doing? Good morning. How are you? Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. How you doing? I'm so smiling right now. You just don't know, ma'am. I hope you're doing well. How's the family? Any grandkids? What's going on in your life? I have no grandkids. My son is 8, so I don't even really know if I don't know. I know some people like, oh, if I have grandkids, it's great. If I don't, I know Chris wants grandkids. We'll just put her out there like that. Like she wants some grandbabies. I don't know about no grandbabies. Y'all remember when y'all had to take care of y'all baby and they was crying all the time? You're like, what do you want? No, that was just me, huh? Okay, I don't have my scoreboard at the desk, so what I'm gonna do? Nope, we cannot have an 8x6. This paper needs to be bigger because look, if we use 8x6 paper, right, and we fold this up 2.5 inches around the whole thing, then this is gonna be 6, and that's gonna be 4. So if I make this 9x7, let's try 9x7. All right, do this 9x7 first, and we'll see. I shouldn't have used a good paper. I should have used trash paper, but that's okay. We could always do something with this one once I find the cutting board. See, yeah, if you think I am that mom, you wait until I'm a nanny. Is nanny supposed to be? I'm using every account. Mats, hey. What is nanny a grandma in your language, Chris? So we're gonna cut this to 9. So this is 11. So we need to cut 2 inches off. Grandma. Oh, yeah. We call our grannies, well, big mama or grandma. Mima, not nanny. Nanny means I'm taking care of your children and you paying me. So this is 9, and then when you do 7, uh, 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 uh. I don't want to say grandma. I'm years away from that. But are you? So you rather say nanny? Ew. We're going to have a talk after this, ma'am. I don't even want to be the nanny, okay? What is the measurements? 9. Okay, so 7. And this should be 1.5. Let's just, yeah, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Samara, what do your grandkids call you? Granny, big mama, grandma? I am grandma. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my mom was like, which it never came true. And she used to always say, I hope I don't die before I have grandkids. And I used to always say, if you want some more kids, you could always, have some more kids. I'm gonna clean up this track because it's not good. But I think she used to always say that she wanted to be called grandma. And it's so funny. We're gonna score this at 2 inches all around. So what I'm gonna do is just take this. Did we say 2 or 2.5? 2.5. Oh boy, this is not gonna be big enough. We already know it. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta learn. No, that's yeah, that's fine. I can already tell you it's probably not gonna be perfect, and we'll come back to it and fix it. 2.5. Yeah, look how much space is gonna be in here when we score it down. So maybe we should do 2. Let's stick with Yeah, let's stick with 2.5. We'll worry about the depth first, right? And then that's crooked. You can't even score straight, man. And then we'll worry about it's no space in this box, y'all. None. So this box is too small already. We know that already. We knew that going in. It's a website that tells you the depths and stuff that you need when you do this. Don't trust me, okay? Don't trust me. That's 3. Hello. Donna, you on lunch? Let's see, what time is it? Are you at lunch? Are you at home? Are you off today? How's life? All right. Yeah, this is not the box we want. Just so you know, not the box we want. And I'm okay with this being messed up like this because I can just use it and cut it out. Oh, thank you so much. I am semi struggling. But if we were to make this box, y'all, we're gonna just score and fold all the edges, right? Because listen, if you don't know anything about us, we know how to make a box. It's just not the right size. We've always been able to make the box. We can't make the lid, and we can't get it to be the right size at the first try. But that's because I wasn't thinking properly. So I'm gonna cut mine inwards versus lengthwise. And length I meant just up. So we're just gonna cut it like this. So I'm still gonna show you how to make a proper box. Now, if you want to reduce the bulk, as the professional crafters be saying, so you got that little extra bulk right here. It's not really a big deal, is it? I don't think it is. But if you want to reduce the bulk, you could take your scissors and just cut a triangle, a little piece off like that, or you could just go like that. It depends on you. This box is so. Now we got Chinese. Ooh, Chinese sound good. I have 2 new grandbabies, 2 months and 3.5 months. It's in Iowa. Both my girls have been busy. Oh, congratulations, Grandma. Mima, Miss Dawn. That's so cool. Now, what we could do, but this is a waste of paper, y'all. We could just take our box. We could take our box and make a bunch of boxes and just place them down. We're not gonna do that because this box needs to be pretty. It needs to be pretty. So it's tall enough, as you can see, right? It's tall enough. We just need to put a little lid on it. I have a meatball sub. Oh, you want a meatball sub? 4 grandkids altogether. 4? Wait a minute. Has it been that long since we chatted? So now let's figure this out. We're gonna get a blank sheet of white paper this time versus the good stuff. We're gonna get some printer paper. Oh, wrong size. I started to do some jewelry making today. I should have just stuck with my first mind. No, no, we gotta do something fancy. We always gotta push ourselves to the limit. It's been a minute. It definitely has, because I want to say the last time we chatted, you didn't have any grandkids. I just had my pork chops for lunch. Oh, well, I would like some pork chops. All right. So listen, y'all. If we want a, we'll have to use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Or we could just take 2 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and glue them together and make our measurements. But first, we need our measurements, okay? So Let's move this out the way. We already know that we want to have our box 2.5 inches. Not a problem. 8.5 by 11 is probably the wrong way to go because no matter what we do, if this is 2.5 inches, yeah, let's just go ahead and measure this out. 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. And then 2.5 inches. And score it. Let's pretend like our ruler is a scoreboard. Yeah. I remember I used to sit up in my actual craft space and on my Facebook group, and Samara and I used to discuss this, and I would go through so many sheets of paper, and she would always be just like, "You can do it. You can do it." You need that friend. You want pork chops? So do I. I've been trying to fight the temptation to go back to eating beef and pork. Uh, the big roommate is like, "I'm going back to pork." I'm like, "Well, that's you. You can do whatever you want." But I used to have migraines headaches so bad when used to eat pork, and I stopped, and my headaches stopped for a little bit, but then they came back. All right, so now let's measure this out because this is still too small. It is. This is merely 3 3/4 by, what is this? 6 by 6, and we want it to be 8 by 6. So we need to add 2 inches over here, and we need to add 3 this other way. Let's just say this is 3.5. So 3.5. So we need 2.5. So 2.5. My grandsons are 14 and 8. Wait. Oh yeah. I forgot about those. But they were so little. Yeah, my son is 8. I remember that. He was so little. Griffin. Not Griffin. The other one. Yeah, my son is 8. Just ugh. All right. So this needs to be, if this is 8, this needs to be 10.5 inch. The paper needs to start off at 10.5, y'all. And then plus 2.5, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. So we need a 9.5 sheet of paper, y'all. So it needs to be 9.5 by 10.5. Right? Is that right? I mean, is my mathing? Because if we take 2.5 out, no, this is not even right. Did I math this wrong? This is 5, 6, 7, 8.5. This is wrong. Because 5.5. This is 6, 7, 8.5. This needs to be 10.5 by 10.5. No, that can't be right. All right, so 6 plus 2 is 10, right? 8 plus 2 is 10. No, that's wrong too. All right, so this one is correct because this measures 6 inches. Hold on. Let's do the math again. See, I don't know how those people over here came up with this daggone imperial and metric measurements. What's wrong with them? So 6. So we need this to be 6 plus 2.5. 6 plus 2.5 would be 8.5. That can't be right. All right, let's undo our bad math before somebody come in and be like, she can't count. She can't cut straight. She can't draw straight lines, and she can't count. This is wrong. All right. because our paper inside needs to measure 8.5 by 6. We want the inside base to be 8.5 by 6. Okay. So this paper that we just measured out is too small. It measures 6 by 3.5. So 6 plus what will get us where we need to be. So we need this paper to be plus 2.5 basically, because we need to score it off. So this needs to be 8.5. Where I get 10 from? I think I was doing the first one. 10.5 paper. Okay. So then this measures out, it's a little bit longer. 3.5, right? So 3.5 to get 6 is, yeah, I did this right. Am I tripping? Can I not remember? So 3.5 plus 2.5 is 6. Yeah. Plus 2.5 more is 8.5. Lord. So we need a paper that measures 8.5 by 10.5, and we have 12 by 12 paper. So first of all, let's get some 12 by 12 paper. Cut it down and see if that's the right measurement. And if not, we blame it Don because she didn't wrote some numbers in the chat, y'all. You see how that just happened? Just happened. Just happens. I'm going to use this green sheet of paper because you can't go wrong with ruining green paper, right? You could always reuse it for some flowers. I could have sworn I found it is a website that you put a box in and tell it the measurements and they give you the measurements. So we're gonna make this 8.5. Do this first. This is why I should have measured this out before, but I was doing other stuff running my mouth this morning. But also I think it's okay that y'all see the struggle and you know that it's okay if you do struggle to create stuff. Because in the end, once you create something beautiful, you're like, I did that all on my own. 10.5. Let's do 10.5. I do want to go on the record and say I ain't wasted a lot of paper though. I'm trying to make a box. So 10.5 by 8.5. Right. 8.5. Right here. Crafting helped me learn my quarters. I hate fractions. Hate them. All right, so let's go ahead and close this up. Now we need to make this 2.5 around every space. So 2.5. Is that 2.5? That is 2.5. Done, you did any paper cutting lately? Any stamping? I bought a snowman that reminded me of you from when you had bought that snowman before back in the day. And I was like, oh darn. But you know, life is just so crappy sometimes, and then it's so amazing that you're going through your own junk, and then other people probably going, this is too small. Too small. We're off a few inches, I think. Probably 1 inch. Yeah, it's too small. I wonder if they need to be. I wonder if they need to be 12 by 12. I know. I love snowmen too. I think I just like anything that's, I don't know, reminds me of childhood. No, we didn't have snow where I grew up at. We don't get snow in Texas that much. Hardly ever. Every couple of years. But um I think Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all the snow cartoons, Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin, all that good stuff. All right, yeah, it's too small. So the length is right, the width is not, or vice versa. We're gonna cut this paper though. Life went off the rails for a bit. These two grandbabies have been wonderful. What size is the middle supposed? The middle is supposed to be 8 by 6. And right now we have it at, I told you blame Don though, so it's Don's fault. It's not even by 6 now. It is 5.5. 5.5 is fine. But now this is still wrong. How is this still wrong? Hmm. I've been creating with your favorite a lot of these days. Tim Holtz paper dolls. Oh, those creepy dolls. Oh, you post on Instagram. A lot of people left YouTube and went straight to Instagram and other places, TikTok and stuff like that. Why don't we do this? Why don't we not give up? Nope, not going to give up. But I don't want to keep wasting paper. Okay. So if this paper pad, this paper little book fits in here, yeah. And this paper book is 6.25 by 8 3/8 inches. Really? I think that's why we went with 6 by 8, right? No, I'm not a quitter, but I'm getting upset. Let's see. The problem is I want 2 inch size, yeah. 2.5 inches because I want the box to be a little bit deeper than the other stuff. All right. So let's draw these out. You need 13 by 11. Where did this math genius come from? I appreciate that. 13 by 11? I have 12 by 12 paper. Oh, that's not gonna work. Yeah, each side needs to be 2.5 inches. 2.5. I could make a small box, right? So what we could do is stop crying, meaning me. Make the box the right size, right? And whatever the heck size this folds up to be, just fold it up to that. So we can still use this paper. And what is this inches? 1 inch? 1 inch. So we can score this 1 inch all the way around. The problem, yes, 1 inch, roughly 1 inch. The problem is I would have to make two boxes now. Because if I make two boxes, it'll be 1 inch on each side, right? I mean, we could do that. It won't be today. You, if you do 2 inches, you could use 12 by 10. Okay, let's try that then. Let's just do 2 inches then. Let's do 2 inches. 2 inches. 12 by 10. Another green sheet of paper. Because I probably don't. Okay, 2 inches. Wait. So does it need to be? No, no, no. Yeah. 2.5. But we're gonna do we're gonna do 2 inches instead of 2.5. So that's 12. And then we're gonna score it 2. Always trying to be extra. And then you had to write paper. Do they even make? They probably do. But see, words. I don't want to have to get into taking 12 by 12 papers and turn them into 24 by. something, I want to glue it, right? But if I had to, I could just make the book smaller, right? Because I'm going to chop off some of it, but I don't think I'm going to chop off that much. This paper is so thin. So thin, y'all. This is definitely a layering piece of paper. We're doing two, and then I'm being extra heavy-handed for some reason. I do want to say that y'all want pork chops. I would like some wings. So, is that not? That's three, girl. Why don't y'all get y'all friend? Please get her. We gonna see. I think you are. Anything better than a little skinny box I did. So, I appreciate the help. And this is why I don't make boxes from my own brain. I have a few. I mean, I have done a few boxes that I went through paper after paper, and then I got it right, and I came on was like, look what I made, y'all. Let's do this. That was fun. All right, let's see. I'm gonna fold this over. It's looking nice. It's looking real good. Looking real good. If not, we're still gonna blame Dawn because she got two new grandbabies and she needs to be blamed for craftiness. I have considered going back to Instagram, but can we just talk real quick? I- Every day someone's introducing a new form of social media, right? Like literally it's apps on top of apps on top of apps that okay, I'm gonna have to blame myself on that. I didn't score it right. And it's tour. I don't want to. I don't want to. And this is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. Chris, what is going on with you today? I mean, normally you already, a little bit. Mm. This is crooked. This is why you need to bring your scoreboard into your craft space if you don't have one at your craft space because you end up with crooked lines. All right, let's see. So now we got a ruler. So we're at a little over 8 inches. That's most likely me though. 8 inches on the money. And this is a little under 6 inches, which is great. Samara, you did that, madam. Thank you. Now we just need to see if this thing gonna fit. You haven't taken a nap. I mean, that doesn't stop you normally from being, crazy. I said it. Go ahead and glue this. If it's not fitting this little corner, we only lost a corner, right? We didn't lose much. A lot of people I know are having bambini, little babies. I'm so happy for y'all. Congratulations again, Don, for being grandma, Mima, not nanny like Chris crazy self. The nanny? I don't want to be the nanny. I mean, unless I'm Fran Drescher's successful friend who used to be a nanny and got out of the business. You know what I'm saying? And now I run a nanny department. I don't know. It gets worse. I don't have a nap. Duly noted. Duly noted. All right. So we need to talk about the lack of double-sided paper she got. So what we're gonna do is probably use a plain sheet of paper, not a plain sheet, but one of these papers right here, and score it backwards, and then put a liner on the inside. So look, and then the lid. Now the lid is really it's short. It's real short. That's okay. It's gonna work. This is perfect. So look. You see how it's like folded in right here? This is how it would be normally. But let's turn this. Let's pretend like we made a book. We got a box. We got a little book right here. This book on this side, though, right? Yeah, that's good. Because I also had this poor measurement that I did that's with the 1 inch nonsense. And we could, no, I don't want to make a 1 inch box, but this is perfect. Yeah, I got it from Hobby Lobby. We're going to be having Aunt B. I want to be called Aunt B. Aunt B? Now I'm in Mayberry. Really? All right, we're going to do this one last piece real quick, y'all, because my nasal drip is going crazy. This came from the Dollar Tree. I want to see how it's going to work. I will say this on record. I purchased something from Dollar Tree as well as Joann Fabric, and the Dollar Tree stuff worked way better than Joann Fabric worked. I do know how to do rub offs, but I want to make sure it says clean up and dry surface. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cut out what we want. The letter design, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it says place the floor, letter design with the adhesive side down onto the and rub firmly several times with your finger, or use a blunt hard object. You know. Oh, you gonna have them call me Aunt Brandy? Yeah, that's fine. All the little kids call me Aunt Brandy. I be spending well when I had money. Now she broke. All right, so we're gonna do this beautiful strip right here. Yeah, YouTube knows my name. Which I'm gonna go on the record and say it's very weird that some people say your whole name on YouTube. I don't know why people do that, but they do. Is it just me? Because you're like when you do a swipe, you're like, I got this package from Abraham Lincoln. Why would you say the whole name? Who does that? Like it's one person on here. I never say her name because she never says it. So I never say it. Does that make sense? I'm not gonna tell you who it is because then you're gonna go and see if she says it, but she don't. I've never heard her say her name. Say my name, say my name. I've never heard her say it. All right, so we're gonna cut this down again. Now this thing says just pull off and rub or use a blunt object. Let's try it. Oh, the world is nuts. Girl. Right? I don't know if you all ever did tattoos. I'm sure you probably did growing up. Not in real life, but tattoos. You put it under water and you rub it in and let it come off. And then you peel it back. You're like, did it stick? 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 It stuck. Get so excited. Abraham Lincoln. I'm gonna start mailing packages off with Abraham Lincoln. Like I mailed you something. It's under Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Now, when I mail out real packages to people, not like random nonsense, I have to put my name because I used to be in a car swap group on Facebook, and sometimes the cars came back because the ladies didn't have the right address. I was like, she not getting no more because stamps at that point was 55 cents. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I was like, I didn't worked hard on this card, and look at you. You didn't pull the fast one on me. What is your address? Be like, oh, rub bones are rub-ons are very hit and miss. Well, no, the Dollar Tree's rub-ons have always rubbed on for me. Joann Fabric, not so much. All right, y'all. Before we go, I have one last question to ask you. I got an idea for that little book. We got to see how it looked first again. Do you think, hear me out before you say no. Do you think I should turn it? I'll show you. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, 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 oh. We did it! Ooh, yay! It's so pretty too. Look at it. $1.25 store. All right. Now look. I got an idea to make the book a little bit more thick so the thing is not so flat, right? So, what if I just took this book and you came along for the journey. We make the box next week, right? Because this is a year completion. We're completing things. We're not saying we're going to do something and we don't do it, right? We're going to complete everything that we set out to do in our crafting journey on live streams, right? Um, the thing that I said we were going to do last week, I said I was going to do that offline. I haven't, and that's my thing, right? That's going to be my thing. And I'll do a project share when I'm done. But it has two staples and it has these pages. What if we took this and turned it into the crowd did go wild. Yeah. What if we turn this into a junk journal? Go ahead and think about it, let it ruminate and tell what you think. What if we turn this into a junk journal? Okay. So what does that mean? What does that really mean to us? That means we take this book apart, we dip it in some coffee or some tea or whatever. We take the outside and we cover it up in a 12 by 12 paper. We use the cover of our little book that we did, and we turn this into a junk journal. We have some paper left, so we got these two. So we take that, we do the cover in this likeness. We fancy it up. We don't add any hard paper to it, maybe some ribbon and stuff, but we just take this apart. We use the papers that we have, we do some stamping on it, and we turn it into a junk journal. I always love a junk journal. Don't even need to think about it. What is your live schedule? Every Tuesday at 10:30 Central Standard Time. I try to come on every Tuesday, unless it's a collab day, and I'm only in. Well, I want to do another collab. I want to join Tony's collab, but I haven't went back to watch the video to see. I think it's just a hop in, hop out. And let's see, next week, calendar. Yeah, I'm free. So yeah, I do have a doctor's appointment on the 13th. So I don't know if I'll be on time for that one. Junk journal sounds fun. Okay, so that's what we'll do then. We'll start working on we'll do the box next week. I'll gather the materials, the junk journal stuff, some ribbon, and we'll turn this into a junk journal. Now y'all don't need to see that. We won't even address it. So, what do we have to show for completion? Nothing. We didn't complete not one thing today. We did cut a box up, and Samara gave us some measurements. Let me write them down, please. She said 10 by 12. 10 by 12 to score. What we didn't figure out is the top box part, but that's okay. I can do that on my own. Uh, I'm working, but love to catch you. I enjoy it. End of the month slows down me down. No worries. All right, so I want to say I had a great time today, which I did. I appreciate y'all so much. I do want to start doing something a little bit different, which is remember to be kind to people. Right? You never know what they're going through, so just remember that kindness will always prevail over anything else. So I want to say thank y'all for watching. Until next time. Happy crafting. Bow, 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 bow.